Good morning. It's about 6:45 in the morning, and I've got about an hour, 10 minutes to drive to the race. Only thing is, I tore 2 holes in my tire when I was training a couple days ago. Here's the current state of my bike. There's the old tire on the floor, and then the new tire's on. It has sealant in it, but I have not been able to get it to seat. And so I was at that until about midnight last night, and I said, enough. I'm gonna put the wheel on, and I'm gonna throw it on the car, drive down, and then when I get there, I am going to hope that the mechanic's tent has an air compressor, and if not, I'm gonna throw a tube in it and then race on that. So I gotta get moving. All right, so I'm down at Fort Steilacoom. First, I'm gonna go get my registration information. And it is chilly today, and it is a very open area here. The wind is blowing, making it pretty chilly. And, my tire problems have been solved. I spun my tire a lot. Sealant got around, and I was able to seal it with the CO2 canister. So we are racing. There's the bike. Let's go get numbered up, and then let's do a pre-ride. Bursy Burr.
Yeah, it's cold out, my friend. Race is ready!
Okay, so this is the first race that I did of the day. And that there was Ruben, is a friend I met racing. So this is the first run up on the course. It was a tough one. It had a really steep section, a little flat here, then super steep again. Now, this is the only real downhill on this course, and I didn't get to pre-ride the entire course because I got there a little late and get my tire all set up. So here I am flying down the hill, and I think I'm going to hit about 23 miles an hour. I'm coming down here, and then I have to pull on the brakes, and I've got disc brakes. But right behind me was Ruben, and he's using a set of calipers. He wasn't able to stop in time, so he went right through the tape. So we had a good laugh about that later. This sand here is really coarse. It wasn't fine like the sand on the other courses we rode, so it didn't pack down. So pretty much you had to run it every single time. And there's this little bump here on the course, and I had a bit of fun. I was trying to hit it and do jumps. And this time through, I decided to just point the camera down to give you a view of what it's like running through the sand. Practicing running with your bike is super important. You're going to get off and run with it quite a bit in cyclocross.
Right?
Okay, first race is done, and the guys have shamed me into doing a second race, a single speed race. It'll be my first time doing single speed. I'll zip tie my shifter, and then I will race with them as a single speed. All right, so today is experiments in racing 2 races in one day. I raced at 9 o'clock this morning, and now at 11. My first race was 40 minutes long, and the second race is going to be 45 minutes long. It's a single speed men's, so we can get 2 races today. So how do you feel about people crashing through the tape?
It was amazing. It was amazing. We were just flying down there.
Really?
It was crazy.
We were doing 23.5 miles an hour down the hill.
And I was right next to him. I was right next to him, and he missed it. Oh,
I was like,
amazing.
oh my God, it turns.
Yeah.
So blame oxygen deprivation.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh, I love that downhill, though.
They're going too fast for it.
8 minutes, guys.
So here's how we're doing it. We got zip ties on our shifters. This is Ruben's bike. Here's mine over here.
You pump him up.
I pumped that one up because I had to.
Yeah, you have the front one has more pressure. It's different than the
I
other
like
one.
to ride the Tracer on the front.
The 2 different
and
ones.
the Tira on the back. Tira's for mud.
Everybody's gonna notice it.
Yeah, front's for speed.
Oh,
Okay, we just lined up, but our race is not at 11, it's at 11:40. So get our jackets back on and are hanging out for a while.
10 seconds, guys.
Watch out for this guy, he likes to crash.
I'm gonna crash into people like crazy.
Well, not people, trees.
So this is the start, and quickly the single speeders left us behind.
All right, so it's us hanging out in the back. Oh, go big legs, go.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ruben and I, this is our first single speed race, and we undergeared the bike.
All right, this whole no shifting thing.
So here's the jump I did, and that's Amy, and she usually races, but she was taking pictures, and she caught me actually doing a jump. Now this one here, what I'm trying to do is get as much speed as I can, and I pretty much topped out my gear so I couldn't spin any faster, and I just had to let it go. And if I took this a little wider like I did coming in there, I was keeping more speed going through the transition.
Man, this is so chill like this.
So I got a little bored in this single speed race, so I decided to have some fun.
If only I knew some poetry. Let me compare thee to a rubber tire. When you're full of air, you can get no higher. But when your PSI is low, there is nowhere you want to go because you feel so flat. You know, I like to rhyme. And when you lean upon your corner, your grip, I grasp, there is no other. Let me compare thee to a rubber tire. A poem from Cyclocross. Hello, barrier. Yaw! Whoa! You're never gonna catch me!
This is the first place single speed guy lapping me. This is the only time I got lapped in a season. I feel terrible. But there he is breaking his chain. So unfortunately he broke his chain and he ended up dropping behind the second place guy who's just down behind us.
You're done.
All right. So 2 races today. It was pretty cool. And you learn a lot in single speed. I'll definitely do that again. It really teaches you to keep pedaling through the turns and don't use your brakes.
How did you feel
Yes.
being divergenized in your first single speed competitive race?
I talked a lot.
Did you
I
really?
even composed a poem. I had one about Ode to a Turn. In practice, you were a hard berm. On the first lap, you made me squirm. 4 laps in, you're a swampy sweep. Magnuson, Woodland, and Enumclaw too. None were as worse as you. No, I liked it. I think I will be doing it again because it's just a technique. Man, I tell you, it really makes you race
Smarter.
properly. Yeah.
And then it'll make you a better geared rider too.
Totally.